Welcome back to the locker room, week 2, with my good friend and betting partner, sometimes successful, sometimes not, Mr. Devin Walker. Welcome back.
It's good to be back in the locker room. We've got some making up to do, boys.
We
Time to
sure do.
fire week two.
Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go. So there were instances last week where we were locked in and had the right picks, and some other ones where we were locked out. They didn't let us in the locker room. So I'm going to start by giving you the floor to talk about your
Mhm.
picks last week. Where were you locked in? Where were you locked out?
Well, I started week one with a skeleton key to all locker rooms, and that quickly faded after the Chargers win the game outright, had them at +3, easy cash. Went ahead and rolled that all over into the Pats money line, who got beat by my Oakland Raiders. Didn't look too much better for me in the 1 o'clock window as the Bengals struggled to get a single yard in the fourth quarter and won the game by 1 point only because of a missed kick. Falcons money line, absolute robbery, got locked out of the Atlanta locker room. And then I ended my lockout streak on Monday Night Football, where the Bears absolutely choked in crunch time. Turns out I was locked in to the first 3 quarters of these games, but I was locked out to the quarter that matters, the fourth quarter. And I ended week one, 1-4. How about you, Pierre?
That's a tough week. You had the right idea for 3 quarters, and then their issues reared their ugly head. And it's funny, especially the Cincinnati one. They finally win a game they're not supposed to, which is crazy for that week 1 win. But with the 5.5, unfortunately, you're locked out. So when it comes to your Patriots, Ramondre Stevenson definitely locked out. You called that one pretty easily. The guy only gets about 15 yards on 9 carries. He's trash now. Then we had Atlanta. We thought they had a chance to blow them out. Baker said, I am him. And he absolutely stole that one on the money line. But me, I was ambitious. I had him at 6.5. That was wrong. So now I'm 0 for 2. But our favorite money line parlay, we went Bengals, Cardinals, Commanders. They all hit by the skin of their teeth, but we had granted access. We were locked in there. Dolphins money line, that's the worst call of all time. You was so bad. When Indianapolis makes you look like a high school team, and Shane Steichen, maybe he's got something going on there, locked out there. And then lastly, this is one you knew this was going. Kelsey anytime. Absolute lock. And we have some advantages on our future play. So we hit one for the anytime this week, and then our lock for the future, which was your idea, by the way, for that Travis parlay. So we were locked in there. So that's our locked in, locked out. Perfect segue into our prime time pick and prop for this
Yes, sir.
Thursday. We have Washington and we have Green Bay. Devin, what's happening in this game?
All right. Primetime pick and prop. I'm going to pick a side or a total. Pierre is going to pick a prop or a couple. You can pick your poison. You want to throw them into a parlay. You can do whatever you want with this. I am on the total this week. These two teams let up a combined 19 points in week one. I am taking the Washington Green Bay Thursday night Jeff Bezos trash product under 48.5 on Amazon. It is still on Amazon, right?
I think so. Yeah, Taylor
Yeah.
Rooks could be sidelines. She's married now, unfortunately.
Yeah,
For me,
sorry
but
for the stray, Jeff, if it's not on Amazon, but these games were garbage all of last year. The unders hit at a remarkable clip. Thursday night unders, I love them. Two elite defenses, two young quarterbacks, obviously electric quarterbacks. But I love the under here. 48.5 is too many points. Give me the under. Thursday night football, 48.5.
interesting lock, especially considering two offenses that people seem to think are potent. But on a Thursday night, on a short week, do you have the time to prep? It's a good call. I like the lock. For me, I got two props, and they're both on the Washington side. We're gonna
Ooh.
command your attention with these props. Two of them. Let's start with two newcomers to the team. Number one, Deebo Samuel. This rushing number 6.5. He had one rush last week for 19 yards and a score. If you don't think they're going to get this guy the ball on a couple end arounds or literally just in the backfield on a read option, you're crazy. Pound this lock. Deebo Samuel over 6.5 rushing yards. It's at minus 114. Free money. Take it to the bank. And the second one, the rookie, Jakrowski Korski Merritt, aka Bill. It's what they call him. 10.5 carries. I think in a short week, you saw how effective he was. They saw Austin Eckler's better on third down at this stage in his career. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt with 10.5 attempts, also minus 114. I think he easily gets 13 to 15 carries in this game, whether it's for 40 yards or it's for 80. He's going to touch the rock. Give me your opinion on these. What do you think?
Best name of the week award? I think so. I think we've got our first best name of the week award. Kid's absolutely electric. I think he's going to get the Lions' share of the carries. Pun unintended. Sorry about your Lions. And yeah, I'm with you all the way on Deebo. I mean, this offense is absolutely going to work itself around not trick plays, but stretch plays, screens. And do remember, a receiver in motion that catches the ball thrown backwards is a rush attempt. It does not need to be a handoff for it to be a rush attempt. We saw this a couple times this in week one, and I was looking at the stats and I was thinking, how does that not count as a reception yard? It's a rushing attempt if the ball is thrown backwards. So that makes me like it even more. I think Deebo's back in his kind of dynamic probably 2022 form, and I expect to see them use him in a lot of ways. So I love it. I'm obviously obsessed with the under. I haven't put these together in a parlay yet. I definitely will be. So I think this is locked in. Prime
Yeah.
time pick and prop.
I love the fact that our picks are not coinciding with a contradiction, because there could definitely be some Deebo yards. There could definitely be some carries without there necessarily being a ton of touchdowns. I really, really like all these three together in a monster prop. I just think it's great. So monster parlay, excuse me. Okay, now let's move on to some more picks. Now, the first additional lock that I have is a special teams lock. We're going to go to Baltimore, where Justin Tucker, for better or for worse, has been moved on from. John Harbaugh is a special teams coach by nature. Who's the player he picked to replace a legend like Justin Tucker? Tyler Loop. I like him to kick a 50-yarder this week. The longest field goal in Baltimore, over 49.5. It's minus 120. This Baltimore offense is going to move the ball a lot, and they're not afraid to kick it far. Tyler Loop has shown to his special teams minded head coach that he can be trusted in 50 plus. Give me Tyler Loop to hit a 50 plus yarder this week in Baltimore.
I can assure you, I've been gambling for 20 years. I have never once put a bet on a longest field goal over or under. I didn't know it existed. I'm really excited about it. What a great way to watch a football game. It makes every play at the 35-yard line crucial. Which is an interesting part of the field to like really care about. So I'm all the way in on it. I think it's electric, and I'm gonna kind of piggyback off that play here and bring us right into two New York teams. I've got the Bills. I've got the Jets. I went over on Thursday, or excuse me. I've got the Bills. I've got the Jets. I went under on Thursday night. I'm going over 45.5. Bills, Jets. Obviously, the Bills went up against a dynamite offense. A lot of that was the defense. A lot of that was not being able to stop the run. Breece Hall is still Breece Hall. Then you've got Fields as kind of a counterpart to that. And Josh Allen is going to be Josh Allen. 45.5. It's not enough points. I'm taking the over there as my first pick of Sunday, week 2.
Oh, Josh Allen, he's on his MVP pace. I know you picked Lamar last week in your futures lock, but you also took Buffalo to win the Super Bowl. I like both of those picks so far. I think they're both in great shape. The over there is an absolute lock. We see Justin Fields. The guy scores points, and for better or for worse, it's fast. It's very fast the way they score. I love that lock. I'm going to keep it in the AFC East with your other hometown team, not the one you're wearing right now, with New England and Miami. Now, you were absolutely correct about Miami being a dumpster fire of tremendous horrors. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But I do think that Mike McDaniel, with his hot seat getting hotter, finds a way to get the ball to Tyreek Hill. I like him to score one touchdown, and I also like your rookie of the year candidate, Travion Henderson, to score a touchdown this week. Plus 145 on Henderson, minus 110 on Tyreek Hill. I think there's going to be some points in this game, even if it's a garbage time situation.
I'm trying desperately to trade Keon Coleman for Tyreek Hill right now in my fantasy league to one of my friends who doesn't know about football. I'm just telling him, dude, just look at what they did in week one, extrapolate that over the season. I'm counting on Tyreek Hill to be traded. So I'm banking on potentially a Pittsburgh situation for him. But if McDaniels doesn't get him the ball 10 times, we might be looking at an interim coach. So I like the play there. Obviously, I'm high on Travion Henderson. I do think the Patriots win that game, and that's going to bring me into my next pick. I got Pat's money line. I'm back on the Pat's money line train. Did I like what I saw? Absolutely not. Did I prefer it to what I saw from the Dolphins? Absolutely. Our secondary's trash. It's got to be Waddle and Tyreek. It just doesn't seem like Tua can get him the ball. And I'm not fully out on this Patriots team yet. I still think they have explosive plays. Obviously, Booty, honorable mention, best name of the week award, is going to have another monster week. The kid is young, but he's learning really quickly, and Drake May loves him. So I'm all over the Pats money line again for absolutely no other reason than I live in New England.
Yeah, well, I'm taking my home team to bounce back as well. The problem is the odds for the Lions way crazier than the odds for the Patriots. So if you can see here, I also had the Pats money line as one of my locks, which I had a feeling you might, but there's that. Now, if you put that together in this game, if you put them all together, the money line is plus, or so the parlay number is plus 700. So if you go Tyreek Hill, if you go Travion Henderson, each for a touchdown with Patriots money line, it's a plus 700. That only makes sense because they're all at the same time. So that is my pick with that. And yeah, I mean, you told me a little bit about that. Why don't you talk about what is the smart way to bet a parlay?
Well, let's talk about parlays because we all love to pound them. This is the only way to bet parlays, right? And this is going to be a better betting tip from Devin Walker. If you're betting parlays, the only way it makes sense is to bet games at the same time. If you bet $100 on a game on Thursday night and you win that bet and you had that parlayed with a game on Sunday, the odds do not change. If you were two-team parlay, you've got Thursday night, you've got Sunday. If you win that Thursday night game, you take your $200. If you put it all on your Sunday game, it would be the exact same number as a two-team parlay. Parlays, there's no multiplier. This blew my mind when I figured this out. There is no multiplier.
There's no exponential growth to not doing it the same, to not just playing it over.
To not just rolling it over. So at least if there's a weather shift or if an injury report comes out, you can kind of back out of that play. Once you make that parlay, you're going to get a payout that's significantly less than you winning that first leg. So if you're going to bet parlays, and I suggest that you do because they're very fun, do it all at the same time. It's the only way it makes any sense. Same game or same time. That is it. Nothing else. That's your better betting tip for week 2.
Bet better, guys. Bet better. Lock into that better betting tip. Better betting tip week 2. And I'm gonna listen. I'm not the best better, but I need better tips. So keep bringing me the tips every week, Devin, please. I got 2 more locks this week. My first lock, we like to call out a squeaky wheel game, and there's one happening for Philadelphia. AJ Brown, even in a win, only 1 catch in garbage time. The guy's going to get the rock early and often, especially against this Kansas City team who wants to score and be explosive and has a lot to prove. Give me AJ Brown plus 70 yards at plus 103. This is an absolute lock. Take it to the bank. The squeaky wheel gets the oil this week in Kansas City.
AJ Brown, going to be on the sideline reading Complete Idiot's Guide to How to Get 70 Yards, hopefully, for Pierre. And that's what we're all going to be hoping for. Now, a team that they played last week, the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to go right down the barrel on this one. This is my lock of the week. Dallas Cowboys at home. CeeDee Lamb grew his hands back. Dallas -5.5. The Giants are the worst team on planet Earth. This will not be close. Walk up an alternate line if you'd like. I'm happy at 5.5. Covers some key numbers for me. Dallas -5.5. Devin Walker's lock of the week.
This is a tough one for me because it's going against two of my futures. Dak, surprisingly, while playing incredible last week from my vantage point, throws no touchdowns. And the Giants, my other lock, future lock for to get 6 wins, 7 wins, or 6 wins, atrocious. So I'm gonna side with you. I think Dak throws at least 3 touchdowns. So that's a good prop to take. And yeah, I think they win this game by at least 10 points, if not 14. So, well, Dallas, money line, lock it, take it to the bank. Absolutely. Now, we got one more Monday night primetime game. We're going to skip Sunday night, but we have a Monday night primetime prop and pick. Who do you like in either of these Monday night games? Because we got two this week, double trouble. So, what do you like on Monday night?
Here's the thing. The Raiders showed up. They said, hi, we're here. So do the Chargers. You can't put the Raiders on prime time. They're not ready for it. You know who is ready for it? Justin Herbert. Raiders, I'm so sorry to do it. Chargers, money line. Lock it in.
Lock it in. Lock it in. I am interested in seeing your doubting, Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, Brock Bowers for the second straight week. Are you sure you want to do that? Sure you want to go against your Raiders?
Are you sure about that? I'm sure about it. The Patriots are so bad. And I really liked what I saw in this Chargers offense. I think they are the better coached team. I think they have a much better quarterback. I think they have better skilled positions. I think Amarian Hampton is due for a bigger game. This is a team that is only going to get better. They're only going to get stronger. They handled the Chiefs. The Chiefs are not the Raiders. Let's just be realistic. They never have been. This is going to be a easy kind of walk away victory for the Chargers.
And the Chargers get to 2-0. Okay, well, I had to ask. I do tend to agree, but I do think in a comeback effort, whatever the Brock Bowers reception total is, and it's not out yet, but I wanted to, whatever it is, as long as it's not 12, take it. Brock Bowers will be involved early and often. I do expect him to play. I know there's some injury stuff. The guy's tough as shit, super gritty. He'll be just fine. Brock Bowers over reception. So that's all we got for this locker room. Anything that you want to tell the people, our locksmiths, before we get out of here today?
Listen, we may be down, but we're not out, all right? Because tomorrow's another day, and I am not afraid. So bring on the slate.
Bring it on. And you'll be hearing me say this every week until our teams are eliminated, but a lot of football left. Lot of football left. A lot of money to be won. A lot of locks to be had. So, Devin, thank you so much. Appreciate everybody locking into the locker room. Make sure you follow, subscribe, share, do all the things, or don't. Keep it to yourself. Keep making money.
Peace.
Peace.